Let's see.
Yeah.
Are we live?
The Super Ugly Show.
Let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, let's get the show going.
What do you think you are?
Yeah, I'm going through a lot of changes in my life. Sorry, but
What, menopause? You did not need any delicious penis way.
go fuck yourself. As far as that mentally handicapped strength, I don't want to mess with that.
You're allowed to get that by anything you want, but you need to fuck yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. This is great. It is priceless because this is real. And it is what it is.
Fucking worst. Yes, the fucking worst.
Rocky, would you run for Miss America?
Absolutely.
But seriously, why wouldn't you? You know, maybe a little shape on the bicep.
Yeah, again, if I can do 20 push-ups right now, I'm not gonna have nice
I don't want to play this game.
He is a piece of shit.
It's disgusting.
Like, he's not a
That is the point. Yeah, but why does somebody look to be like some kind of like family member or some kind of like old grandma?
You're fucking crazy. If I could do whatever I want, I would pummel them within a minute of their lives. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't hesitate to beat them fucking senseless.
Yeah, maybe cut off a few fingers, cut off their dick.
I'm not a murderer. Oh my god. When I'm working with people, Todd, where are you, Todd?
I'll be here soon.
This is fucking priceless. You don't understand handicap strength, right? And that is a factor that you know nothing about.
10:30.
Alright, I'm done. Show's up. That's it.
I want to do it when you're at the shop, so I can pick you up and drop off, and then fuck off. Not like, drop you back to your house. Welcome, everybody. We took a hiatus last week for no particular reason. I was just, for the first time in 6 years, I didn't feel like doing a show. So if you had a problem with it, eat shit. Okay, it was my fault last week because I didn't feel like doing it. But that's literally the first time ever that I've called in for the show. Correct? Other than vacations. Other than vacations. There's times where Richie will text me and go, "You want to do a show?" And I go, "Yeah, get over here." And he tries to bail. And, there's been times where Richie's not here for whatever reason or not, and I'm always here. And last week, I was not feeling up to it. I wasn't in a mood to even fake it. Because, there's times where I'm not in the mood, but I go, fuck it. Shows must go on. I always have that attitude when it comes to our podcast, that the show must go on, and I fake it, and it ends up putting me in a good mood anyway. Yeah. But last week I was just...
Listen, we stay pretty committed to this thing.
Yeah, well, that was the one thing Vince always told us, is consistency. And we have been consistent, and it has not paid off at all. So. But,
the bragging rights of being consistent has paid off,
At least people know that, if we say we're going to do it, we're going to do it.
Yeah. How long? We've been doing this for 5 years now.
We're going almost on 6.
Including the just the audio version.
Which only lasted for a handful of months. Not even, dude. Not even. It was a handful of months before we got linked up with Vince.
Yeah. We've been doing this quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we definitely have.
It's pretty fucking dope.
And, So, also, I wanted to get this out there immediately because I know people were having problems with Realm Network. People were getting upset with Vince and Jeff and them about the whole website thing, and they were creating this new website, and now the new website is up. And it is in beta stage from what everyone keeps saying, and if you send an email to the guys and you don't get a response back, the reason why is most likely they already got that same complaint and they're working on the site and don't want to take time out of working on the site to answer 80,000 fucking emails about whatever it is.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So, but the new website is channelattitude.com. All one word. channelattitude.com. So that I'm thinking will be over there. I mean,
yeah.
At least in the free section, if there is one. I don't know. I am not privy to any of this information other than what I see on Twitter. I haven't spoken to Vince about this. Because honestly, he's got enough shit on his table. He doesn't need me pestering him about our show.
Yeah, no.
Really,
no.
So either way, they put us up on the Spotify and iTunes and all that other stuff. So if we're not on there, I mean, we're other places as far as the brand's concerned. But I would think we were. We were on Realm. We were on, all the other things.
Yeah.
So I would think, we'd at least be there somewhere.
Either way, the show will go on.
Oh, absolutely. And either way, go over to channelattitude.com if you're not a subscriber already, and go subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, good luck. I hope everything works out as far as the website. And like I said, quit breaking the programmers' balls. They got work to do. So fuck off. Channelattitude.com. Go check it out. All right. Yeah, so we took last week off. There wasn't really much going on last week to begin with. I mean, there really wasn't. So,
Yeah.
I got some stuff we can go into this week. First thing I want to bring up is condolences to the McDonald family. We lost a comedy legend. And when you think comedy legends, Norm McDonald typically doesn't pop up as first in your brain.
Yeah, but he was part of a lot of greatness.
Dude, for one, his time as the anchor on Weekend Update for Saturday Night Live, he was one of the best anchors on there because he did not give a fuck. Like, he was a ruthless. That's the time where he, talked about Bill Clinton murdering somebody. Remember that? And then he got a little bit of shit for that.
Yeah.
He was constantly talking about how OJ's a murderer, which was always hilarious. I love that. It's actually the reason why he got pulled off of the Weekend Update.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But not even that. Like, you watch... I got into a YouTube loop months ago because I forgot who posted it originally. But someone had posted a Norm Macdonald interview. And if you go on YouTube and watch Norm Macdonald interviews on, like, Conan, or even, like, people, like, he'll be on, like, some Good Morning Wisconsin. He is so fucking funny on these things because, for one, he's, like, there as a goof for himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could tell he doesn't want to do these, except for, like, Conan maybe. But for the most part, he doesn't want to do these things. And he is just so fucking funny, but, like, dry with it. Like, the sarcasm where, like, if you're not into that sense of humor, you would look at it and go, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Like, his roast at the Bob Saget roast. Like, one of his things was like, hey, Bob, they say, you got a face like a flower. Yeah, a cauliflower. His whole roast was like that. It was like those old 1930s, 40s, like, take my wife, please.
Yeah. I take her everywhere. She's on my way home, but they're one-liners, but they're funny.
Dude,
they're just fun.
There was another one where he goes, Gilbert Godfrey is a great friend of mine. Gilbert, when you go to the bathroom, you're going to see gentlemen on the door. It's okay. Go in. Like, he was doing shit like that where the crowd is silent. Like, you would hear like 3 or 4 people laughing who understood what the fuck he was doing because at a roast, you're supposed to be the most vicious and say the most vile things you could say. And he went the complete opposite. Like, yes, he's insulting you.
Yeah.
But I mean,
he's doing it in a certain way.
As gingerly as he possibly, but that's the joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was the genius of Norm Macdonald. That's why when I was watching that, at first I didn't really catch on at what he was doing. It took me like 2 or 3 jokes. But then finally, once I caught on, I was fucking crying, laughing at this. It was arguably one of the best roasts of all time. And we watched it again today, and it's still like it's fucking genius. It's such a genius move because, again, everybody expects you to go in there and be as vulgar and as nasty and as brutal as you possibly could be.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going the complete opposite fucking way with this thing.
Yeah.
And it landed so hard and so fucking good that, like, it's a barometer for me on you're funny. Like, if I show you that and you're not laughing, I know me and you, we're not compatible funny-wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things like Windy City Heat is a barometer for, like, how I could, kind of approach somebody as far as comedy goes. If you find Windy City Heat funny, then I know me and you will get along comedy-wise. Because it's mean-spirited, Like, I like mean-spirited comedy. That's why I liked Opie and Anthony, you know? Like, the mean-spirited comedy is so fucking funny because it's that taboo thing of, like, you're not supposed to say or do that. Society knows this is not the way we are supposed to do things.
Yeah.
And then when you cross that line, when done right, it's the funniest. Like Opie stomping on that guy's cake, the homeless guy's cake.
Yeah.
Like, out of context, it's horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if you know what's going on, if you're a fan of the show, it was one of the hardest laughs I've ever had on that show. Him throwing poker chips at that woman. She gave him as a gift.
Yeah.
And he throws the whole fucking spindle, like that big wheel. You know,
Yeah.
for people who don't know, those big wheels of poker chips, he took it and tossed it at this woman. And I never laughed harder in my life because, again, it's like, I can't believe a human being just did that or said that to another human, you know? And that was Norm. Like, he was that guy that you would watch him and be like, what a sarcastic fucking prick, but hilarious.
Yeah.
There's an interview, I think it was
How
with
old was he?
61. Yeah, he was battling cancer for years. Secretly.
Really?
Yeah. But I think it was with the Migos, maybe,
Oh, wow.
that he was on, and that was like the first one I watched where I was like, holy shit, this guy. And then, you know, from there you get into these YouTube loops. But his work with Dave Chappelle in Dirty Work was amazing. That was
the younger years, right?
yeah, Dave's very young. I think that was even before Half Baked, maybe. That's a great classic, underrated movie. It's got Sherman Hemsley, Danny DeVito, Dave Chappelle, Norm Macdonald, Artie Lang. I mean, the cast is stacked, and it's a fucking funny movie. But again, it's one of those like one of those mean-spirited, you know, comedies that just, you know.
Super Ugly, you're on.
Hello. And they hung up. All right, anyway, but yeah. So rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. It's a great loss in the comedy community. And, you know, his memory will live on, though, between SNL and, like I said, all the shit that you can find on YouTube. And
I've been watching a show with Steve Martin and
Martin Short.
Martin Short.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's in my queue.
It's pretty good. There's a lot of the way how they do the comedy is pretty funny. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be something I would like.
See, both of those guys are very, very hit or miss with me. Like, very fucking hit or miss.
I wouldn't think it would be funny.
Well, that's the I
when it
saw
was
the trailers. I kind of was like, all right, this looks decent.
Yeah, it was on in the background, and it caught my attention, and I started just watching it, and it's fucking funny.
You know what I've been watching? Well, hold on, I want to stick with that actually because Martin Short. I don't think there's anything funny from him that like I really like. But then when he guest appears on things, like he was on Arrested Development, he was hilarious. I forget, there was like a few things where I would see Martin Short pop up, and I'd be like, oh, all right, he is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But like his movies, I can't. Three Amigos, maybe.
Yeah.
But again, that's mostly Chevy. Like Chevy really carries that movie pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like him and Steve Martin's roles are kind of.
Yeah. I get it.
You know,
no, that's why I didn't expect anything from this. But
and then Steve Martin.
I love Steve.
The Jerk,
Martin.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
He'll always.
I love what's the Parenthood?
My Blue Heaven, Parenthood.
Parenthood's a great movie.
My Blue Heaven also. My Blue Heaven with him and Rick Moranis.
My Blue Heaven. Dude, My Blue Heaven is a freaking monster.
But there's a lot of Steve Martin. Like his stand-up is god-awful. Like the arrow through the head and the ukulele, banjo, and King Tut. And like all that. His Saturday Night Live stuff, I was like not a fan at all.
No.
But again, The Jerk and everything we just named, I absolutely love. So I was interested in that show. I haven't gotten to it yet. Another good show on Hulu we're watching, Nine Perfect Strangers. Completely different. It's a drama and like one of those weird shows.
Yeah.
But great show if anyone's looking for a new one.
I don't know. I think him doing this, he's a little older. He's not trying for anything. He's not trying to, be funnier than anybody or trying to be funny. It's just he's just being Steve Martin. It's just a good show.
Steve Martin as a prick is when he's at his best. Like when he's a prick and an asshole, that's when he's at his best.
Yeah, I like
he's really good at that role.
Yeah.
Another show that I'm really late to the fucking parade on this one. Trust me, I know.
Okay.
But I have been binge watching Cheers the past couple days.
Get out of here! Stop.
I
brought that up to you not too long ago.
It was one of those shows.
And you made fun of me
as
for
a kid. Well, this was what it was though, because it was one of those shows that I would come home at night, and Nick at Night was like a fall asleep channel.
Yeah.
And you would put it on. I even said to Jess last night as I'm watching it, the show ended, and that the softer version, and without the words. And I look at Jess, I go, that brought back a memory. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, I'm just laying in bed going to sleep, and Nick at Night would be on, and I wouldn't watch Cheers, it would just be on.
Yeah.
And you would hear that song, and it was always like that lull moment of like, all right, bedtime, getting
Would
ready.
you watch it from the beginning?
Yeah, started with episode 1. I'm on season 3.
when she got left there by the guy that she was
Diane. Yeah. A lot of things I didn't know is that Diane and Kramer started out as an item. Like, he's not even in the show until season 3, I think.
I don't know. I watched the first couple of episodes a little while back, and I was like, oh, it's not that bad. It's pretty cool.
It is really good, and the comedy still holds up. Like, Coach is funny. The little chick, Carla, she's funny. Even Ted Danson's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Woody. Like, I'm watching all of these. I wanted to skip just for Woody, but I was like, no.
Wait, which one's Woody?
He doesn't come in until season 4. Woody House.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He doesn't come in until season 4. So, I was literally at that moment of like, all right, fuck it. I'm just jumping. But then I said, fuck, no. Stick with it. And I'm glad I did. It's a great show. Obviously, I'm not, enlightening anybody. The show's 40 years old, and it's, a goddamn classic.
Yeah.
But, when you come across these things, it's like when someone's never watched Pulp Fiction, and it's 2021, and they're like, dude, I watched Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. What about Taxi with Danny DeVito? Is that any good?
That's good. I used to watch it when I was younger. Again, a Nick at Night show. But I haven't watched it in probably 20 years. But I remember I did enjoy it. Like, I liked... what's his face was amazing in it. Danny DeVito's great in it, but Christopher Lloyd is so good in that, and Andy Kaufman, obviously. Tony Danza was even pretty good, and what's his face? My son David, that guy. He was the main guy.
Yeah, hold on. Who is that again?
I'm blanking on his name. I'm blanking.
Shit.
John something. I can look it up.
Yeah, whatever.
But either way. But yeah, it's just funny how, you stumble upon something and you're so late to the party that you really can't even talk to anybody about it. So
yeah, to see that, you're like, really?
Oh, Coach died for real. Okay, so that makes sense. But Coach was amazing in the show. Like, he's one of the best parts of the early seasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone just wrote here, Woody comes in when Coach dies for real. So yeah, there's a great interview with Jim. And I want to say Jim and Sam, where Norm was in there, the guy who plays Norm.
Yeah.
And George Wendt is his real name.
Yeah, I remember him.
He was doing like this college drinking thing, and he seemed so sad about it. And over here, pal.
No. I'm trying to. I X'd out the Skype by accident. Hold on.
But
and the freaking
and they really like you could see like they started breaking him down, and he got like really depressed, and like it was a weird interview. If anyone wants to watch a really uncomfortable and weird interview,
which interview is this?
Jim Norton and Sam with George Wendt. It was super uncomfortable, super uncomfortable. But like I love cringy shit like that. So to me, it was.
What was it? They were
talking to him, but like he's still, hey, Norm from Cheers 30 years fucking later. So he's drinking he's like an alcoholic. He's dead now.
Yeah,
but he was like, a drinker and shit. And, he's still living off of Norm. And
he was still acting like that in the interview?
He would like do appearances. No, he was going like to colleges and places like that and doing these appearances.
Yeah.
And,
and he's still
to people that probably never watched an episode of fucking Cheers in their life.
Yeah.
This was not that. This was maybe 5 to 10 years ago where they did this interview.
Oh,
Definitely
wow.
not 10 years ago. Like more in the 5 range.
So you got to send it to me.
Yeah, dude, it's so uncomfortable.
Really?
Because you can hear like the wheels turning in his head of like, yeah, my life really is fucking sad. Like this is sad that 30 years later I'm still just Norm.
Oh my God.
For Cheers.
That's crazy. Isn't that fucking crazy?
It is, because so many people want fame, but then when you get like sitcom fame in your Urkel or your Fonzie,
like that's how like Johnny from the Karate Kid, that's how he was never able to break out of that. He tried in National Lampoons and like certain other movies.
Was European before Karate Kid? I don't know.
Actually, yeah, it was, because that was 82. But like even like any of the any of the movies that he played, he always plays like that bully
guy.
and
just one of the guys back to school.
He never strayed away from that type of
always,
role.
Yeah, the blonde, rich, snobby bully shithead, always.
Yeah. And he was the best at it. It was the best.
Oh, absolutely. No one better.
So.
There's that show Extras with Ricky Gervais, where they literally like go into that whole thing because he's an extra, for seasons.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 or 3 seasons of that show. And he's just a background player, but an extra, but he wants to be an actor. And he gets a sitcom, and it's one of those sitcoms where he has that, like, did I do that catchphrase?
God.
And he hates it now.
Oh,
like,
my
now he's
God.
famous, and he's got the money and everything, but he's a sitcom guy, and he fucking hates it.
Can you imagine, like, 10 years later, do it, say it, like,
and that still happens. Like, that still happens to, like, Urkel. Like, when people see Urkel, people probably still say that to him. Or, like, Fonzie. People are like, hey!
Yeah.
And Henry Winkler's like, yeah. But he likes it, though, Henry. Henry Winkler, from what I hear, is, like, the nicest man alive ever.
Yeah.
Like, he really is. So he might still, But
Yeah.
the Brady kids, they all hated it. Like, because it ruins your life.
Yeah.
And you can't get work anywhere else because that's who you are now.
Yeah.
So it fucks you. Like, yeah, it's great. And, and now in today's TV, if you get one of those shows, you're a fucking 100 millionaire. Like those Big Bang Theory kids were making over $1 million an episode.
Yeah.
You're doing 20-something episodes a season. You're making some serious fucking cheddar. But back in the 70s and 80s, where you didn't have these multi-million-dollar contracts, you ruined your life and you made, maybe $100,000 over the course of the whole series.
Yeah.
The
Like, it depends, though. Like, if you're really, like, the kid from Twilight.
Cullen,
Edward Cullen.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson could fucking act, though.
Yes,
Yo,
but movies are different.
Yeah, no, I know. But
Yeah.
you can get labeled as that.
You can, but movies are different because they're looked at differently.
Especially a 4-part series.
And that's it, though. That's the thing. Like, when you're Urkel for 28 episodes, 10 seasons. That's 280 episodes. We've seen you be Urkel. With Edward Cullen, yeah, he did 6 movies as that. But, like, no one's been hurt because they're Batman.
He can fucking act, though.
Yeah.
Yo, he's really that good, though.
He is a good actor.
He is.
He is. As much as he didn't show it in Twilight at all.
No,
ever.
but
if
I'm
you watch
saying-
those movies, you'd think he's the worst actor.
There's some movies that I watched recently, him in.
The one with his brother, where they do the robbery.
I think so, yeah.
That one's great.
Fucking awesome.
There's another one. What the fuck was it? I forget the Lighthouse with him and Willem Dafoe. Did you watch
think
that?
So. I think I did.
Yeah,
'Cause
that was
there's a
good.
few movies that I've seen his, and I was like, wow, he's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But all right, we've waited long enough. Pony, if you're listening, call up because
Malignant. Let's get right down to fucking business.
yeah, let's do it.
I don't listen. First of all, let's not. I don't want me and you. We're not going to talk about what happens and what is the thing that
No, we will.
is
I don't care.
unexpected.
If
No,
it's
I want to. I
and
don't
if-
want to. I don't want to give it up.
No, I don't
Let's
care.
talk around it though.
No, because I don't care. If you
No.
don't want to hear the spoiler for some shitty horror movie that's on HBO Max, then
Oh no! I don't ruin it for
Don't.
them. It's so good.
I have to, because to talk about the movie, you have to. So if you haven't watched *Malignant*, I don't know either. Honestly, the twist is stupid.
I love it.
It makes no fucking
It
sense.
does. It's so
no, it
good.
doesn't.
You wanna
Nobody
know-
in
stop.
25
Don't say it.
years
Don't say it.
ever found this record. Oh, they burned down the
Don't
place
say it.
she's in, and nobody collected the records. They just left everything.
Yeah, but
Left
hold on,
everything.
hold on, time out. That is something that you would have never guessed. You would have never guessed. Usually, it's a
Because
ghost.
it's so
Or
stupid.
it's this, or it's that. Like, you would have never have guessed what the fuck.
So if her head never gets cracked open, the movie never happens.
No,
Correct?
yes.
Okay. So let's start there because
Yes.
I love this.
Because when in the beginning, what happens is her head gets cracked and it does something. But
Why is he special? Why is he able to control electricity? No explanation for that. Why can he broadcast through radios? No explanation for that.
This
Do we
is-
need one? Nah, fuck it. Just throw shit at the wall and we'll do all of it.
this is like the epitome of 80s
No.
awesomeness.
No,
it's so
don't waste
fucking
your
good.
time.
It brings back such a cozy feeling.
It's got awful 90s horror techno music. It's Basket Case, except Bilal's not attached.
okay.
Correct?
All right.
That's basically, it's Basket Case.
Okay. It's so fucking good.
It's
Stop.
awful.
When
The
you found
boyfriend-
out, what were you like? Holy shit!
No, I was like, wow, that's stupid. Wow, is that stupid?
yeah, but when you're watching it in the beginning, like when you see like the face and even like
And the very opening hospital scene.
and like you're wondering how why the fuck is this thing like walking like that and shit, and then everything comes
oh, you
together.
mean like the girl in the ring? Why was she walking like
Yes.
the girl in the ring? And then why did she look like
And then-
the
and
villain
then-
from Sinister?
and
Yeah.
then
I
you're
mean,
like, oh, okay,
yeah, so
now
original.
I know.
So original. The
It's
guy
so
from
good.
Sinister walking around like the girl from the ring.
It's so good.
And
It's
none of
so
it makes
good.
sense. The
and
acting.
then, and then it does make sense, and you're like, this is
no, it
fucking
doesn't. It
genius.
doesn't. The acting is god awful. That it's so bad in certain parts. It takes you out of the movie. The writing is abysmal. The character arcs make zero sense.
And she's really pretty, and then you're like...
She's not pretty.
And then,
Why do you and John keep saying this?
Yeah, but she's like... You're like wondering, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is this? And
she's
then,
not pretty.
And then fucking it happens. And then you're like,
she's a four at
holy
best.
fuck. Wait, if you guys are out there, go watch fucking Malignant.
Don't
you
waste
guys
the time.
Tell us next week, because this is going to change your fucking life.
No, you're going to be furious. Okay. So this woman walks in pregnant into the bedroom where they have a TV in the living room, but for some reason her boyfriend or husband is watching TV in the bedroom in the middle of the day, because that's what people do.
Yeah.
She comes in and she's pregnant, like I said, and she's, showing some signs of uncomfort. And he seems very genuine and nice at first. He's like, you have time. Why don't you, if you're in that much pain, take off.
Yeah.
She comes over, shuts the TV off. He snaps. You shut the TV off on this guy, you better fucking run, because he went from, baby, maybe you should take some time off, to, I'll fucking kill you, bitch. I was watching that. So that happens, right? And again, TV in the living room. How do I know this? Because the very next scene, he's in the living room watching TV.
Yeah.
So, again, if you're that concerned about your pregnant wife, why don't you just go, all right, baby, I'll go downstairs and watch TV. Yeah. Instead, no, he decides, I'm going to smash your head into the wall. So then this woman doesn't seek any attention for her wound. She actually goes to sleep, bleeds all over a pillow, still doesn't seek any attention for the wound until the guy gets killed. Now, he gets killed. The cops almost immediately go, you're not a suspect. But explain this to me, because it's not a ghost. But when the husband's looking at the cushion, somehow it floats on its own back up as if somebody's sitting on it like a ghost.
Yeah.
So they're already misleading you, going, we're doing the ghost thing here. Why have that scene there other than try to fucking deter you from thinking anything other than this is ghosts?
Yeah. Yeah.
That scene fits for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Zero reason that scene should be in there.
Yeah.
Zero. Because there's an actual entity. There is no ghost.
Yeah.
Okay. So then the cushion moves. Oh, the awful dramatic moments that they have that they force in there that are just like one of those like, oh, but nobody knew. Like literally will look at the camera. Yeah. It is the worst horror movie I've watched in a long time that is like a big budget horror. And everyone's like, James Wan, this guy, he's fucking Conjuring, Saw, what was the Insidious, which Insidious is overhyped as well, but that's another fucking episode. So I go in there with like high hopes. Me and Anna saw the trailer when we went and
really
saw
high hopes
of like, this looks decent.
Okay.
You know what I mean? When we saw the trailer, me and Anna saw it. We went and saw what the fuck did me and her say? Holy shit. I'm totally blanking. Either way, me and Anna went to the movies. We saw a movie. What came out recently? What the fuck did we see? Not Shang-Chi. Something else.
No, like superhero movie, right?
No, me and Anna do horrors. What the fuck did we see? But whatever. We saw the trailer for that, and we were like, oh, this looks pretty decent. And then we were like, oh, cool, it's coming on HBO Max. We don't even have to go to the movie theaters to watch it. We watch it here.
Did you see Mosquito State?
No, that's on Shudder, though, right?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I watched, what's it on there last night. That was pretty decent.
Which one? The one with the girl that goes around killing...
no, I want to watch that one.
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about.
What about Jersey Boys? You seen Jersey Boys? Frankie Valli?
Oh, absolutely loved it.
Loved it.
Absolutely fucking loved it.
He's a barber in there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I watched that on like a whim one night. Oh, Candyman. That's what we saw. That garbage. And I was like, fuck it. I'll watch it, you know. And their music, for one, like, it is phenomenal. Like, I loved the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
But I'm watching it, and I never knew Frankie Valli's story. And what a fucking great fucking movie. Like, I was blown away by it. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah. I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah, he was in Sopranos. He was Rusty. Remember Rusty? He didn't come in until like season 5 or 6. He was only in a few episodes. He gets shot in his driveway.
I remember.
Yeah, but he was Rusty. Remember when the two immigrants came over in the driveway and they had the map and he was trying to show them on the map?
All right.
It's that scene. But he was in Sopranos. But Yeah, I was really surprised, and then I was kind of annoyed that I never saw the play. Like, I would have liked to have seen the play.
Yeah.
You
Probably
know,
was
but
good.
When it was out, I was like, Jersey Boys, whatever. Because I didn't really put two and two together. And, like, really, there's a lot of musicians and artists that I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then once you go through that, like we did with Phil Collins not too long ago,
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. Like, same with Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. I was blown away with how much good music they have that I know that I just never put it together.
Yeah.
But if I really, like, thought about it, hearing Frankie Valli's voice, it's
It's awesome.
you can't miss it. Like,
Yeah.
that's his voice. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, you hear Frankie Valli sing, and you're like, oh, that's Frankie Valli.
It's so good.
Like,
I really enjoyed the movie. Belly 2, Doug Fox. Don't you dare ever
Richie's favorite movie.
mention that movie.
Richie's favorite
That
movie.
is not even a movie. It's a pile of shit.
I didn't even bother to watch it. You watched it?
No, I just seen who was in it.
Yeah. I didn't even bother to watch it. We had a weird fight weekend with this Triller fight thing. We're only going to talk about two of the fights because it's really all we need to talk about. Holyfield and Tito Ortiz. I mean, Tito Ortiz and Anderson Silva. Like, who didn't see that ending the way it ended? I mean, honestly.
Did you see Anderson Silva just waiting for him to do that?
Yeah, he just simply set up. Like, he couldn't have set him. That's basic boxing.
Yeah.
What Anderson did. Like, Tito was never known for. Tito was never known for any skill other than somewhat a decent wrestler.
He's just going in there, and Anderson's just waiting for his turn.
Yeah, he knew what Tito was doing, and he just was like, okay, that one,
Yep.
here it is. Ducked under,
Boom.
right, done, over. Like, that's literally like one of the first things you'll learn in boxing within a year is what Anderson did to Tito, and Tito just kept his hands down and was doing these shots where his face was wide open.
So good.
And Anderson, he couldn't have been a cleaner shot.
Oh, so good.
Then Oscar De La Hoya pulled out of the fight against Vitor Belfort. Vitor Belfort is 44 years old, a known juicer, which I'm going to assume this Triller thing probably didn't test too well as far as PEDs go.
Yeah, no, they didn't test.
I mean, looking at Holyfield, you got to assume he's up to something, too.
You can't be 60 and look like that. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, Stallone is like the only other person.
But that was under like a short.
He had like a week's notice.
Yeah.
To be fair, but
to
be fair, also you had no business being there, Holyfield. You looked
that's
like
why
dog shit.
California didn't let him. You know, they didn't want him fighting in it.
He looked like complete dog shit.
But I mean, listen.
Again, he's 60. He should look like dog shit.
Why would they let him in that ring?
They needed somebody.
I know,
They
but
needed somebody.
come on. He was actually the favorite.
No.
Yes, he was the fucking favorite.
I wish I would have known that. I would have bet on that.
Yeah, Vitor Belfort was the fucking dog in this.
Dude, he was so slow, Holyfield, and had nothing behind his punches. Like, he was in great shape, but as far as boxing goes, he was
so
zero.
crazy.
Like, it was like he's never boxed at all. He was working his jab, actually, in the beginning. And then once Belfort hit him with that body shot, that was it. Like, he felt that body shot from a 44-year-old guy as a 60-year-old guy and was like, nope, this ain't working.
Dude, I'm a little bit younger than Vitor. You put me against a 60-year-old man, and I'm laying him the fuck out. Like,
You put you in there with Holyfield, and you're probably laying him out.
I'm laying him out.
Yeah.
Like, I will lay him the fuck out.
Yeah, it's just he's a 60-year-old man. Like, it's
just way too old. Come on.
Yeah.
Way too old.
yeah. I mean,
50? Okay, maybe you have a shot.
like
you
what
know.
Mike Tyson did with Roy Jones makes sense.
Yeah.
When you have almost a 20-year age gap between the
No,
fighters,
you can't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that again. You
Yeah.
just- honestly, all it does is makes Vitor look bad. It makes the whole fucking
dude,
fight
when he
card look
slipped,
bad.
I immediately went to Apollo Creed in my head. I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna watch Holyfield die in the ring. Like, I was like legitimately concerned for him that
Yeah.
Belfort was gonna catch him with a fucking strong right hook and kill him.
And he like the way how he falls. You're just like, fuck, this old man.
He couldn't even
shouldn't
get
be in
up.
here.
He couldn't even get up
Yeah.
after he fell.
You're like he shouldn't be in there.
No.
That's all you're saying to yourself. Like, fuck, what are they doing? What are
Yeah.
they doing with this? Why?
It was not good.
Jake Paul, what do you think? You think he has anything to? He won't fight Anderson Silva. I think he's smart
not-
enough to
yeah,
know
no.
that he shouldn't fight him.
Anderson, he fights guys smaller than him. He doesn't
Yeah.
fight guys that are his size or bigger. Every guy he's fought is smaller than him.
Yeah.
Substantially
Yeah,
smaller
yeah.
than him. So, like, again, that's why I look at this kid and I go, you're a clown. Like, go in there with somebody in your weight division in a real boxing match against a real boxer.
He's not. That's what. Yeah, but why
No.
he can't
Yeah,
go
there's
against
no money
a real
in
boxer?
that. Yeah, there's no money in that because he
Yeah.
fights some nobody. The only reason why people are watching is not for the. There's no famous boxers anymore.
Yeah, no.
There aren't.
So he shouldn't go in there with a real boxer. It's just
It'll
what
ruin
doesn't-
the whole thing.
Yeah,
it'll
he
ruin
can't.
everything.
He can't. He's too
But
smart.
now he's running out of people to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not going to be people to keep walking in here just to lose to some fucking YouTuber.
Yeah.
Like, if they payday or not, and still, not a lot of people that would do that need the payday.
Who do you think he should fight? If you were him.
Brother.
Yeah? He probably knock his brother out.
His brother. That's a big money fight. The two Paul brothers fight each other?
Yeah.
But they'd clown everybody. They would hold back. It wouldn't be a real fight.
Yeah.
They would just do it for the payday.
Yeah.
Like if I was confident that they would legitimately, like if there was something, an incentive to get them to fight each other and really fight,
Yeah.
then it would be interesting. But knowing them, they're carnies,
Yeah.
They're carnival workers, so that's all it would be. Connor got into it with MGK over the weekend.
What was that about?
Neither one of them said it. I heard it was over MGK not taking a picture, but no one's confirmed that. And when they asked both of them, like, neither one of them gave a straight answer. But, MGK's a clown. So I was, hoping Connor just fucking murdered him anyway. Because, like, really, that guy's a clown. I watched his performance at the MTV Music Awards because it was on, like, the Twitter thing as a promotional thing. MTV, I guess, bought promotional spots on Twitter. And I was like, all right, Travis Barker's there. Let me check this out. Garbage. Straight garbage. Like, the most basic rock. And now he's a rock star. He doesn't do rap anymore.
Really? Yeah, I know.
He does rock and roll. Eminem beat him so bad that he sent him to a different genre. But, for all you people, he beat Eminem. Really? Then why isn't he rapping anymore?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doug Fox, if I boxed you, I would kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
No, Josh Anderson, if I boxed you, I would straight up murder you. All right?
Yeah.
So
But,
I wouldn't do it just because you wouldn't be a fan anymore.
They rolled out Madonna.
When you rolled her out.
Well, she came out, to, I guess, open. I didn't watch them. Like, I saw, things here and there of it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, does anyone in the crowd even know who the fuck Madonna is? Like, to them, Lady Gaga is old now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course.
Madonna hasn't been
Yeah.
relevant since the fucking 90s.
Yeah, Madonna is she's ancient.
Ancient, and hasn't done anything to even bring her name into the zeitgeist for people to be like, oh, that's Madonna. But I guarantee half that crowd was like, who's this old woman up here? Why is she here?
They don't know why. They don't know what the hell she's there for.
But yeah, other than that, I can't look at something like that. It's not for me. I get it. That show's not for me, so I'm not going to watch it. But I wanted to look at the MGK thing, and his music.
Yeah.
Just to be like, confirm my things of like, oh, you are a talentless hack that just made it on, I don't know, I guess maybe people think there's an appeal to you or something, but your music has not ever been good and never will be. Like, it's still bad.
I fucked up my back really bad on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, really bad.
Yeah.
No good, man. No fucking good.
I told you, bro. You got to start pitching and stop receiving. You know? 30 years of receiving, Rich is going to do that on a back.
I know. I just,
that's why Hulk Hogan, all that impact on his ass from the leg drop, fucked up his spine. Same thing for you. All that impact.
It's just the power bottom responsibility.
Yeah, you're impacting you're impacting your spine together. It's no good. It's no good for you. You gotta, and maybe stretch a little bit before you do it.
Let's wrap up whatever we got to do. I see a Ja Rule and Fat Joe. What is
That's
that?
The next verses.
Is it really?
Now again, as much as people want to dislike Ja Rule, this is a squash match.
Ja Rule has a lot
He's
of
going
hits.
to murder. What does Fat Joe have? What's Love?
Yeah,
he's got This is I gotta. But they're both on that song.
Yeah.
So actually, no, that song's a wash. So Fat Joe has What's Love.
Ja Rule has so many, and they all have Ashanti in them.
Yeah, and Fat Joe. I mean, like again, I like Fat Joe. I'm not shitting on him, but you do not have the catalog unless you start bringing out pun shit that you're on. You know what I mean? Which they do that now. Like they'll bring out shit where they feature.
I know.
And
I've heard.
That's what Fat Joe's gonna have to do. Because, again, you have What's Love and you have Lean Back.
Yeah.
That's it, Joe.
Yeah.
You're out after that. Ja's got more than that on his first album.
Yeah. Ja Rule has...
like, as much as people want to shit on Ja Rule, his first 3 albums were fucking monsters.
Yeah, they were.
Like, people don't understand the rotation Ja Rule had on radio at that time. It was
and on features.
constant.
His feature game.
Everywhere.
Murdergram.
As
with
soon as,
DMX and Jay, he's on so many features.
Once Can I Get the Jay-Z song that he closes, once that song came out and Ja got to the masses, it was over.
Yeah.
Holla Holla came out, and then it was done.
A million songs.
Yeah. And then the second album with,
Do R.
Put
Kelly.
it on me,
Oh.
you know, baby girl, put it on me.
Yeah,
You
Lil
know,
Mo.
What would I be without you?
Yep.
That one. But he's
Got Wonderful with R. Kelly.
yeah. There's a lot of songs on that.
There's a
I'm
lot
blanking
of
on that
songs,
album
bro.
right now.
A lot of songs.
But there's the ones with Ashanti. You know, he's got the it must be the ass
Yeah,
that got
yeah.
me like damn. He's got J-Lo song like Ja's a beast.
Yeah.
He's going to murder Fat Joe. Like
Definitely
this
is.
isn't. I don't know why they set this one up. It was kind of like the Locks and Dipset. Like I looked at it and go, really? People think this is a challenge here?
yeah.
Like who thinks that?
Yeah.
You must be an
'Cause when you
idiot.
really add it up, it's
Yeah. Like that was one of the best things ever watching the Dipset because I always hated the Dipset. I never liked him. I liked Cameron as a solo artist before the whole Dipset. Before he signed to Rockefeller, I liked him. Once he
Yeah.
signed to Rockefeller, I'm good.
they got fucking crushed. And you know what's fucked up with that? Jada was like, Jada was fucking dissing the shit out of them so bad.
And they had no comebacks. That was the thing. Like they
And like murdering you, like just like
Yeah.
shitting all over them. Like
And
you guys ain't shit.
And also, what came out of that, as far as I'm concerned, that a lot of the real hip hop community knows already, but you can't fuck with Jada.
No,
Like that dude is top 5 greatest of all
yeah,
time.
no, he's top 5 dead or alive. He's
Yeah.
he's one of the top guys. That's it. It was him, Nas, Pac, Biggie, and Jay.
Jay. Yeah. I mean,
He's in that.
I would take Pac out of my top 5 probably.
But no, I'm
and
saying
I'd
as
put
for
Big
the
L,
masses.
Big
He's
Pun.
in-
Oh yeah.
He's in the top 5 dead or
Yeah.
alive. Like you can't fuck with. And what he was doing and saying while they were right there in his he was shitting all over them.
Yeah.
And they were getting upset.
Because you know what it was? It was like one of those things where you're Michael Jordan on the court, and no matter what you do, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm gonna trash you while I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And you can try to trash me back, but my skill is still gonna fuck you up and make you look stupid. So
It's-
do it all you want.
Yo, they fucking
Oh,
killed.
they
He
murdered him.
killed him. He
Murdered
killed them.
And he was the littlest guy on the stage.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing.
He was he was saying some shit, and I was like, yo, this right here, the Dipset people are gonna fucking hate him.
Well, a lot of the Dipset didn't even know their lyrics. Like they were doing it and they couldn't even get their own lyrics right.
Oh my
Like
God,
it was
so
an
crazy.
embarrassment. Real quick, speaking of top 5 dead or alive, my birthday just passed September 13th. 39 years young.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. But my birthday is always shrouded in a lot of darkness, being 2 days after 9/11, and then of course the day Tupac Shakur died, which is a huge day in entertainment. In the entertainment industry, it's always brought
Wow.
up on my
Yeah.
birthday.
Wow.
Like you can't go a year without. And this year was the 25th anniversary. 25 years, Rich.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Now, that's not one of those things though where I go, doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
I look at that and go, yeah.
That's
yeah.
a long time ago.
It is 25 years ago.
That's crazy.
I remember where I was. Like I remember waking up, going to school, and
So crazy.
like legit people crying. Like people were legitimately crying because Tupac died. But yeah. So every year, I always have the darkness and shadow of 9/11 looming over my birthday, and then the reminder that one of the greatest artists in general died on my birthday as well. So it's always a sunshine and rainbows kind of day,
Yeah.
But yeah, so rest in peace, Tupac. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. Of course, go over to, I already forgot that. I keep forgetting the name of this. Do you happen to remember the name of it? No? Jeez, I got to really get that ingrained in my head. Here we go. ChannelAttitude.com. That's where you're going to find Vince Russo and all the brand cast members like Shane Douglas, Ben Hameen, Disco Inferno, Stevie Richards, the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan, the beautiful people, Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. I mean, the brand is stacked. We got Bob Levy. We got comedy shows now coming in. It's just stacked over there. So go to channelattitude.com and go subscribe. There is just so much content over there. It's just ridiculous. So go check that out. Of course, our good friend, the Opster, who, if you're not vaccinated, he gets mad at you. But, me and him spoke. He's a big vaxxer guy. Some people are, some people aren't. But, he put out a tweet there, and, people attack him. And underneath, me and Opie get along, but our views are night and day almost. And, underneath one of the tweets, I go, me and Ope don't agree on anything, We're still buds. We're still able to have civil conversations. I go, isn't that fucking crazy? And he responded. He's like, I know, right? Weird, right, Rock?
Can I ask you a question? What have you heard about all of that?
A lot. I don't want to get into it.
It's so crazy.
It is. But again,
it
to
brings
each his
people.
own.
It brings people mad.
Yeah, but to each his own. You want to get it, get it. If you don't want to get it, don't get it. But mind your
crazy,
business.
yeah.
You know, if I don't want to get it or I
Yeah,
do,
why do you?
like,
Why the force?
leave me alone. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I'm not bothering nobody. You know, I'm not. It is what it is. Like at
Yeah.
this point, you know, and I look at it as like, if I'm not vaxxed and you are, then yours should work.
Yeah, you're good.
You know, you should be good.
Yeah.
You know, so don't get mad at me. You
Yeah.
know.
Shit is crazy.
You know, I got people in my life too that, you know, I'm concerned about, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, so shout out, of course, Opie Radio. We love that guy. He's a good friend of the show and very supportive of us, has been for years, and you know, I want everyone to go over there and take care of Opie over at Opie Radio. You can get merch, you can check out the podcast, so just go to Opie Radio on literally any platform: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you can find him. He's doing live
you
shows.
You want to see Jake Paul prosper or get knocked out?
Oh, knocked out.
When?
Absolutely.
Like soon, or
Yeah,
you want
yeah,
this to go
yeah.
on a little
No,
bit
I want
longer?
this to stop. I'm sick of it.
You do want it to
It's
stop.
disgracing boxing. It's disgracing the sport.
I'd say he's keeping it alive.
In a way, yes, but it's not in a good way.
I know it's not.
It's a
but,
circus now.
But he is keeping it alive.
Dude, they used to be prestige. The champion of the world was like revered as like, you know. So, but yeah. So Opie Radio, wherever you can find it. Statement Games, of course, statementgames.com if you want to place prop bets. Football season's back into the swing of things. Baseball playoffs are coming up. Hockey and basketball are going to be starting in a month or two. So go to statementgames.com right now and check it out. And, of course, go to Red Sexy on OnlyFans. Check out Red Sexy. Subscribe to the OnlyFans. I believe it's free for this month. You got 30 days of free stuff. So head over there now. Subscribe to the OnlyFans, Red Sexy. And, yeah, then buy some shit over there, too. All right, guys, that's it. We'll see you next Tuesday.